Have you ever answered a simple question and then kept talking? Explaining, clarifying, adjusting your words? Not because you are unsure, but because you didn't want to be misunderstood. Most people don't notice this habit, but socially, it changes how others see you more than you think. Most people believe that explaining more makes them clearer. It feels responsible. It feels mature. It feels safe. But socially, it often does the opposite. You answer a simple question, then you add more detail, then you clarify what you meant, then you explain why you said it that way. And before you realize it, you're not just speaking, you're defending. Over-explaining usually doesn't come from arrogance. It comes from fear. Fear of being misunderstood, fear of disappointing someone, fear of being judged. But here's the quiet reality. When you keep explaining yourself, people don't hear clarity. They hear uncertainty. Even if you don't feel uncertain at all. So why does over-explaining quietly lower your value? Because people don't measure confidence by how much you say. They measure it by how stable you seem while saying it. In social psychology, brevity signals certainty. When someone speaks clearly and then stops, their message feels complete. But when someone keeps adding more detail, keeps adjusting their wording, keeps trying to make sure everyone understands, it subtly shifts the power dynamic. It feels less like confidence and more like negotiation. And negotiation suggests doubt. Even if you are completely sure inside, your behavior can suggest otherwise. Over-explaining places the listener in the position of judge. And once someone feels like the judge, they begin evaluating you instead of simply listening. That shift is small, but socially, it changes everything. This habit shows up in places you don't even notice. At work, you make a decision and then explain it 3 different ways just to prevent pushback. In relationships, you say how you feel and then immediately soften it so it doesn't sound too strong. With family, you set a boundary and then add long reasons so no one feels uncomfortable. Even in simple conversations, you answer a question and then keep talking to fill the silence. But here's what's happening underneath. Every extra sentence teaches people that your words are flexible, that your decisions can be adjusted, that your position can be negotiated, and over time, that pattern quietly shapes how seriously people take you. The real cost of over-explaining isn't just how others see you, it's how it slowly reshapes your own identity. When you constantly justify yourself, you train your mind to believe that your decisions require approval. You begin second-guessing even simple choices. You rehearse conversations in your head. You replay what you said. You wonder if you explained it well enough. And that mental loop is exhausting. Over time, you start shrinking your statements before anyone even challenges them. You soften your tone, You dilute your message. You prepare defenses for attacks that haven't happened. And slowly, without realizing it, you stop speaking from certainty and start speaking from caution. That shift doesn't feel dramatic, but it quietly lowers your presence in every room you enter.
The shift begins with trusting that your first answer is enough. You don't need to decorate it, defend it, or soften it so everyone feels comfortable. When you state something clearly and calmly, and then allow the moment to breathe, you signal certainty without raising your voice or adding more explanation. If someone disagrees, that doesn't mean you failed to communicate. It simply means they have a different perspective. Confidence is not about speaking more, it's about remaining steady after you've spoken. When your words are measured and deliberate, people sense that you are grounded in your decision. And over time, they learn something important about you, that when you speak, you have already thought it through, and you stand by it.
There's nothing wrong with being thoughtful. There's nothing wrong with caring how you're understood. But when you constantly explain yourself, you slowly hand over your authority without realizing it. You don't need to convince everyone. You don't need to remove all discomfort. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is speak clearly and allow your words to stand on their own. Not louder, not longer, just steadier. And that quiet steadiness is what people remember.